The latest report into the Malaysia Airlines flight MH370 has just been issued, and yet it's offered no new answers as to why the airline had disappeared. The flight from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing vanished in 2014. There were 239 people on board. Searches followed over vast areas of the ocean, and just one or two pieces of wreckage were found, but that was it. The Malaysian investigators say they had no evidence anything was wrong with the plane, nothing suspicious in the pilot's background, no evidence to suggest the plane was taken over in some way. Well, the lead investigator, Kok Soo Chon, described searching for answers as one of the toughest jobs in the world.
You don't have anything to base on. You don't have any wreckage to base on. You have no information to base on. What we did, our team did, was to read all the reports, allegations, stories, gossips in the social media, and we put them all on the table. We have 60 over allegations, 60 over gossips that we have on the table. And at the end of the day, we remove them one by one.
As I say, that plane was bound for Beijing. Our correspondent Steve McDonnell is in Beijing. He's got more details for you.
More than half of those on board that flight were Chinese passengers, so a lot of attention on this report. There was a lot of hope here that it could give some answers, but still no explanation why this major commercial airliner would do a 180-degree turn, go off the radar and fly off in a completely different direction. Now, this report has said that that turn of the plane was a manual turn, that it wasn't done remotely in some way, that they couldn't rule out some sort of third-party actors on board the flight, somehow intervening to take control, but nor could they show that that did happen because they weren't able to establish that at any stage the pilot was not at the controls. The plane itself, nothing wrong with that. And in terms of the pilot's backgrounds, they had a good look at the background of the pilot and co-pilot. They could find no pressures on them, no reason why they would be acting in any way other than they normally would, saying that the pilot had an almost perfect safety record. He had that flight simulator at home. People who followed this would remember there was some question about that. The Malaysian police have said there's nothing wrong with that really. They couldn't find anything untoward about it. So just plenty more questions and a very big report, a very detailed report, not telling us why this plane disappeared. One thing I should add, the air traffic control in both Malaysia and Vietnam came in for particular criticism for not acting swiftly enough. Once this plane turned around off the radar and sort of just disappeared, they didn't quickly enough instigate all the emergency procedures they should have actually done.